Welcome back to Mosport, the Playboy Mazda MX-5 Cup, the Victoria Day Speedfest, second race of the 2008 season. On board with Brad Rampelberg in the Hooper Speed 14 car. He's been a top 5 runner most of the day. Elliott, it doesn't look like it's getting any drier here.
No, it doesn't, and the vision doesn't seem to have improved either, and especially when you're running right up behind somebody like this where you just can't see a thing. And the line is so important when you get to a track when you're in the rain like this because it is so slippery in the other spots.
Brett Smurs there doing a great job in that 6 car, up in the top 5. And there's Ryan Shimsk, who qualified 3rd, got sent to the back for being late to the grid. He's worked his way back up to 16th, although he is a lap down to the leaders. Plenty fast on the racetrack, Elliott.
Yeah, well, he must be, because you remember he also stopped in the pits to fix the front fender.
Certainly it's been a difficult day for that team trying to get going and score some valuable points. Let's get more from pit road down to Rob Albright.
The most spectacular drive of the race thus far belongs to teenager Brett Smurs, who's come from deep in the field after an infraction in qualifying. He was underweight after qualifying. He's raced his way all the way up into the top 5. Ken Murillo, what is your driver doing out there that is so special?
Well, Brett's special to begin with, so that makes it a lot easier. And yeah, we're just a tick under, and things are just reading a little bit different out here for some reason. But Brett's doing a really good job, and our car's running well. And he's just taking his time right now, and he's not even pushing it. He's through the field, and I think he's up to 3rd now. So,
how much experience does he have racing in these kinds of conditions?
Well, nobody really has much at all. You know, they don't. We haven't been out very often in these cars in the rain, and we're from California, and last year we only had 1 session in the rain all year. So, yeah, I don't think Brett's had more than 5 laps in the wet.
Just have to wonder where he might be had he not been relegated to a rear-of-the-field start here this afternoon.
And you notice that he's saying it's reading a little differently. What he means by that is that the scales they have are reading different than the ones at the track that they're going by, and they felt that they were on weight, and the official scale said they were underweight.
Shimsk trying to work his way by Smurs, who's running 3rd, and trying to get closer to getting back on the lead lap. And then if Shimsk could get a full course yellow, he could catch back up and maybe get his lap back, and then get an opportunity to challenge in the final few laps here today at Mostport International Raceway. But he can't get by Smurs, who's been very, very strong. The 17-year-old out of Idaho. We've talked a lot about him today because he's been so darn impressive. Good battle between these 2 cars, and you get a sense of what that rain line looks like that we've talked about so often here today. Smurs will move back over. Shimsk puts a wheel off, almost goes off in the grass.
Yeah, and you know, these guys at different corners are taking different lines, because Smurs has been using the inside line in one, whether people were there or not. And you can see everybody else is going outside, but he's making it work. It's working for him. Actually quite well.
Yeah, absolutely. Shimsk, meantime, looked like he was going to get by Smurs there and move closer to trying to get his lap back. Doesn't work for him. He has to settle back in behind the 6 car. Smurs running in 3rd, Shimsk in 16th at this point as the laps wind down. Watching action here through the S's, heading toward turn 5 at Mosport, still keeping an eye on Smurs in the 6. And Shimsk, who's 16th, 1 lap down to these leaders.
It's so amazing watching people run in the rain and find the lines that they make work. And I mean, we talk about it a lot, but that's what's so important about the rain is where you run and where you find a spot. And if somebody goes by you, you have to go over and try what they're doing and see if it works for your car. It may or may not work for you.
Now, we talk about rain setups. We've had a lot of discussion of that today. Elliott, is that a case where you want the car to be very soft, spring, and shock-wise compared to what you normally run?
Oh, absolutely. Because what you're set up for normally is a lot of grip and to stop the car from rolling. And all of a sudden you're in the rain where there's no grip, and you still want the car to move around a little bit, and that gives you more bite in the track when the track is slippery. You'll do the same thing when you're on a street track because there is no grip there either, and you'll be softening the car off so it'll work there and you can get some grip. Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, trouble in front of the race leader on board with Huffmaster. Allison Malkasian, who was running 13th in that 12 car, she went around right in front of Huffmaster. He's able to get by her, and Malkasian gets it pointed in the right direction.
Yeah, we're going to see a few spins today, and we have seen a few, but Huffmaster's going to see that, and he's been staying alert and staying out of all the trouble and going very fast at the same time.
Still doing exactly that. The good news for Huffmaster in that, Allison Malkasian spun many car lengths in front of him, so he had time to react, and she did a nice job keeping the car from crossing the racetrack in front of the race leader. 3rd place, Brett Smurs in that yellow car number 6, still battling here with the 81 car, Ryan Shimsk, who qualified 3rd. Both these cars had to start at the back, but Elliott, as you pointed out, Shimsk had to come to pit road and repair some damage right at the beginning of the race.
Yeah, which was a hard time, and that's why he's a lap down, but he's been keeping himself clean and going fast and working his way back through the pack.
And for Smers, there's really no advantage in racing Shimsk very hard at this point, since Shimsk is still a lap down.
No, it's true. He should just let him go and then follow him around and have just drive his own race.
Ryan Shimsk, of course, hoping to get a break here and get back on the lead lap. Here's your top 5 laps winding down at Mosport. Huffmaster in command. We'll be back.